Have you ever sat quietly at the end of a long day and asked yourself, what will I have left when everything else is gone? Not the job. Not the house. Not the car or the bank account. Not even the long list of things you've achieved or the number of people who once knew your name. Just you. Your breath. Your body, aging yet still alive. Your heart, still holding memories, some joyful, some painful. And maybe a few people who stayed by your side, not because they had to, but because they truly wanted to. We don't talk about this enough, do we? What really remains when the dust settles and life slows down? For years, I've walked beside older adults across the country, some in nursing homes, some still gardening in their backyard, others sitting quietly in a worn-out recliner, staring out the window with eyes full of stories. And I've come to realize something many people miss until it's too late. We spend most of our lives chasing things that were never really ours to keep. We chase wealth. We chase respect. We chase recognition. We even chase love, sometimes forgetting to give it first. And yet, when the curtain begins to fall, when the voices grow quieter and the days become simpler, we start to feel an ache, a quiet one, not in the joints or the back, but in the soul. An ache that whispers, was this it? Did I spend my time well? Did I live, or did I just last? If you're watching this, I believe something inside you has already begun to awaken. Not with fear, but with the desire to live these next years not just longer, but deeper. In the next few minutes, I want to take you through 8 gentle but powerful messages, reminders really about what still matters. About what you still have. About what's truly worth holding onto when everything else starts to slip away. Because the truth is, life doesn't end at 70, or 80, or even 90. It softens. It distills. It reveals. And if we pay attention, we can discover that the most valuable things are not what we spent a lifetime collecting, but what we've carried quietly in our hearts all along. Are you ready to walk with me? 1. The illusion of ownership. Nothing we chase truly belongs to us. We live our whole lives believing we own things: our homes, our savings, our titles, our bodies. But the truth is, none of these are truly ours. They are simply on loan. The house you built with your own hands will one day be someone else's address. The money in your account, no matter how carefully saved, will one day sit untouched, waiting to be redistributed. Even this body you're living in, yes, even that will one day rest in stillness, return to the earth. I once sat beside a man who had been a wealthy entrepreneur in his younger years. When I met him, he was in a hospital gown, unable to lift a spoon to his mouth. He looked at me and whispered, "All my life, I thought I was building a kingdom. But now I see. I was only renting it for a time." His words have stayed with me. Because the greatest tragedy is not losing what we have but never realizing it was never truly ours. What we can keep is not what's in our hands but what's in our heart. The kindness we give. The peace we nurture. The forgiveness we extend. These cannot be taken, stolen, or spent. They grow more valuable the longer we carry them. 2. Health is the last true wealth. If you had to trade everything, your home, your car, your status, for one thing to carry into old age, let it be your health. You don't realize how sacred it is until it begins to slip. When stairs become mountains. When lifting a grocery bag feels like lifting bricks. When your own legs begin to tremble beneath your weight, not because of weakness alone, but because they've carried you farther than you ever thanked them for. I remember a woman in her late 70s who told me, "I used to want to be rich. Now, I just want to walk to the mailbox without pain." She wasn't bitter. She was wise. Because at the end of it all, what remains is not how many digits are in your bank account, but how many steps you can still take unassisted. Care for your body like it's the only house you'll ever live in, because it is. 3. Presence is more powerful than planning. We often spend our energy preparing for some future moment that may never arrive, or clinging to some past moment we can never get back. But peace, true peace, is only available here, in this breath. I've seen older adults with everything you could imagine: a beautiful home, good children, no financial stress. But they were miserable not because of what they lacked, but because their minds were never where their feet were. One worried endlessly about tomorrow. Another lived in regret of things said and unsaid years ago. Lao Tzu once said, "If you are depressed, you are living in the past." If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. We cannot redo yesterday. We cannot control tomorrow. But we can fully live today. And that, my friend, is enough. 4. Relationships matter more than recognition. The world will forget your title. Your trophies will collect dust. But the people you laughed with, cried with, forgave, and held, that is what will echo in your final memories. It is a strange thing to sit with someone at the edge of their life. They never talk about their awards or career milestones. They talk about their sister who made them laugh as kids, or the friend who called when they were down, or the daughter who held their hand through illness. Don't wait until you're too tired to rebuild bridges. Don't let pride silence what your heart longs to say. Reach out. Apologize first. Forgive freely. Because when the lights dim, what will matter is not how far you climbed, but who sat beside you when the wind blew hardest. 5. You are allowed to live for yourself now. For decades, you likely lived for others. You raised children, supported a spouse, cared for aging parents, served a community. You gave and gave and gave. But now, dear one, you are allowed to give to yourself. This is not selfishness. This is sacred restoration. Buy the dress. Eat the cake. Take the nap. Go on the trip. Say no to things that drain you and yes to things that fill your soul. Your time is your own now. And how you spend it is no one's business but yours. In my practice, I often meet older adults who say, I don't want to be a burden. But you are not a burden. You are a being still worthy of joy, still capable of discovery, still allowed to take up space in this world. 6. Joy is hidden in the small things. If you want to feel rich again, stop looking at numbers and start looking at moments. The smell of coffee in the morning. A familiar song on the radio. A phone call from a grandchild. The way the sun stretches across your kitchen table. The comfort of your favorite sweater. These are not small things. These are the gold coins of everyday life. Happiness isn't found in grand vacations or perfect circumstances. It's found in appreciation. The more you notice, the more you have. When I visit retirement communities, the people who smile the most are not the ones with the fanciest walkers or the biggest rooms. They are the ones who find beauty in the ordinary. Who count their blessings more often than their complaints. 7. Forgiveness frees you more than anyone else. There may be people in your life who never apologized. Words you never got to say. Wounds that never fully healed. But here's the truth, forgiveness is not about them. It's about you. Holding on to resentment is like carrying a backpack full of bricks. It weighs you down while they continue walking unburdened. You don't need to approve of what happened. You don't even need to speak to the person again. But you do deserve to be free. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing peace over poison. It means honoring your health, mental, emotional, spiritual, more than your anger. And sometimes, the hardest person to forgive is yourself. Do it anyway. 8. Your life still holds meaning right now. You are not a has-been. You are not past your prime. You are not here by accident. You are still breathing for a reason. Every time you smile at someone, you offer light. Every story you share becomes wisdom passed forward. Every moment you choose hope over despair, you become a quiet revolution against the idea that aging is decline. I once knew a man in his 90s who spent every morning writing letters to strangers in nursing homes, words of encouragement, kindness, and warmth. He couldn't walk far. His hands shook. But his spirit was fire. One day, I asked him why he kept doing it. He smiled and said, because if I can still love, then I'm still alive. Your value doesn't come from what you do. It comes from who you are and who you are becoming, even now. So, after everything we've walked through together today, what do we truly have left at the end of life? Not the medals. Not the titles. Not the number in your bank account. What we have left are the moments we chose presence over distraction. The mornings we woke up and whispered gratitude for simply being alive. The people we forgave even if they never said sorry. The quiet strength in our legs as they carried us through one more day. And the stories, wisdom, and kindness we leave behind like breadcrumbs for others to follow. Perhaps the greatest gift of growing older is not in what we lose but in what we finally begin to understand. That joy is simple. That love doesn't need grand gestures. That peace is not found out there but in here, inside our own chest, right beneath the ribs. If even one part of today's message stirred something inside you, if it reminded you to cherish your health, to make peace with the past, to smile at a neighbor, or to call someone you've been meaning to, then please don't just walk away from this video and forget it. Take one small step today. Write that letter. Stretch your body. Sit with the morning light. Laugh. Remember. Rest. Begin again. And if you feel ready to walk this path of wisdom and renewal with us, I invite you to leave a comment below. Just write one word, "Still here," so I know we are walking together. That simple word might be the reminder someone else needs to keep going too. If this video gave you even a small spark of warmth or clarity, I gently ask you to subscribe to the channel. It's completely free, but it helps us continue creating these heartfelt messages for you and for others who may feel alone in their journey. You're also warmly invited to explore the other videos we've shared. Each one is like a quiet conversation, waiting for you, filled with lessons about health, hope, and the beauty of aging with grace. Thank you for spending this time with me today. May your evening be peaceful. May your sleep be deep. And may tomorrow bring you another chance to live not just longer, but fuller. I look forward to seeing you again soon.